Welcome back, everybody. So now that the grinding is done, we are going to go ahead and find the Kingdom of Troia and find the Earth Crystal so that we can get Rosa back. Because we're the hero. That's what we do. Now, unfortunately, Troia is kind of hard to find, at least for me, but I do cut out some of the finding footage. I was looking for another word other than that. The finding footage. And just kind of get to the point where we do find Troia. It's really easy to find on the map. It's just, unfortunately, I couldn't remember the directions, and they clearly said northwest. So you'd think that I would be able to follow that, but this was actually a point where I had done grinding and I couldn't remember the dialogue. So, and I cut out some of it, but not all of it. While we are making our way to Troia, one of the things that I do get asked is, like, what am I playing and where am I at currently with it? I haven't been able to play a whole lot. Like I said, I've been dealing with strep, so I've really kind of stuck to the games that I wanted to play at that given moment, which is, like, shoot-em-ups. I really have just been watching stuff, because the meds that I was on were making me tired, so I watched, like, lots of Game Grumps and lots of other LPs, including actually digging something out of the Drak and Shadow, just the Drak and Shadow library, just to relive some of the memories that I had gotten with that. So I'm not usually the person to do that. Actually, like, in retrospect, like, I edit these parts, but hearing my voice is still kind of weird, especially since a lot of my career, the stuff that I'm doing relates to that. So I don't know, maybe it's something I'll get over in time, but it's just one of those things that I kind of giggle at. Like, my voice is kind of my profession, so you'd think I'd love hearing it, but it almost seems egotistical to think about it that way. So leave in the comments. I mean, if I'm right or if I'm wrong, I'd like to hear other people's feedback on the matter. And I think we're actually, yep, here we go. This is the land of Troia. It's covered in forests, and that is the kingdom. Now, the town of Troia also has some items and some weapons that we might want to take advantage of, but mostly they're like the village of Mithril. So here's Troia. It's probably one of the prettiest castle melodies in the game. And this is also unique because there is not a king or queen. This armor lacks strength, but affords excellent mobility. You want me to dance for you? As if. I'm a guard, not a dancer. What? Wait, really? Nope, this is a matriarchy, so without the crystal, Troia might become a wasteland again. The Dark Elf is weak against metallic weapons. He has set up a magnetic field around the cavern. So we're fighting Magneto. If you're looking for the Dark Elf, go to the cavern. This is basically the dilemma. They don't have the Earth Crystal, but if we can recover it, they'll let us borrow it to save Rosa. Now, strong word on there, borrow. They still want it back, but right now we have to deal with this Dark Elf, or I guess we're going with Magneto right now, because apparently he uses magnets. It seems a little modern for this era, but okay, well, I'll buy it. Oh, and this is actually an interesting concept. Please keep your voice down. There's a sick man resting here. Alright, well, let's see the sick man. Oh, wait, that's a familiar guy. Alright, we have another survivor. Edward! Oh, crap. The Spoony Bard. Cecil, you're alive. I'm so relieved. I shall join you again. You cannot help us in that condition, though. You'd only burden us. Tella, I can't begin to ask for your forgiveness. Anna died because of me. I can never atone for that. Edward, your health should be your greatest concern now. You should get your rest. Yang, so we all survived. Where is Rydia? I see. I wish I'd been there to help you during your battles. Hey! I heard you took mighty good care of Cecil and Rosa. I appreciate it. Let me repay you. With me and my enterprise, we can rise above anything. You must be Sid, the airship engineer. Wait, does this mean we have an airship? Cecil, whatever became of Rosa? Golbez proposed a trade. He'll return Rosa in return for Troia's crystal. But the crystal lies in the hands of the Dark Elf. The Dark Elf. Cecil, you must take this. What is it? This is the only way I can be of any help right now. Received Whisperweed. In the Super Nintendo version, this would actually be the Twin Heart. Cecil, please save Rosa. And now he really won't say anything on the matter, but yes, so we have found Edward. So we know that he survived. Unfortunately, we still haven't come across Iridia, so at that point we have to assume that this game did a child death. Holy crap. That's a little daunting, to be honest. This is actually the treasure room of Troia. We don't have the permission for that, but when we take care of the Dark Elf, we will. And I love it. The matriarchy, I think in the Super Nintendo game they were called the Maidens, but in this one they're the Epots. Or the Etpots, something like that. Like, okay, that's the first time I've ever heard that word. But now we have our next task. We need to go and get the Earth Crystal back from the Dark Elf. Unfortunately, that also means a little bit of grinding. I will cut that out, though. Because this, like I said before, this is just a bad party combination. And so we're just going to have to make do with it. I will level grind off camera, and we will muscle through the Cavern of the Dark Elf. But right now we're just going to look at the weapons and armor. There really isn't a whole lot that we haven't already gotten from the town of Mithril that isn't either better or on par. Now that we have that, it's time for us to go. Now, a question that people might have is, how are you going to get there without an airship? There actually isn't an area on that where we could land the airship. We are actually going to need some unique help because there are friends in foresty places. People might remember I've used chocobos in the past, so this forest actually has a unique kind of chocobo. Not only this, they also have the white chocobo, which can restore your MP, but they also have black chocobos. I'm not being racist. They called it that, not me. Yes, and so the black chocobo can fly for short distances as long as you land in a forest, which it just so happens that the isle that the Dark Elf is on is covered in forest and mountains. So we actually have to use this. I have heard tell where somebody actually did find like a patch of ground they could land the airship on, but the story really just kind of permits this. It allows for you to land with a black chocobo, and now we are at the Metallic Cavern, or the Lodestone Cavern. Now this is the point where I actually did do some leveling, because, holy crap, that magnetic field is powerful! Equipping anything metallic will slow us down! This is an interesting concept for here. My claws appear to be unaffected. Fear not, we stand invincible with my magic. Yeah, your whole 90 MP, dude. So basically this is an interesting mechanic here. If you have anything metal on your person, you get a paralysis put on you in every battle. This bites, because it doesn't ever get removed. So we actually have to remove our gear, and we solely, if we were going to fight encounters here, we solely have to rely on Tella and Yang a little bit. That's not helpful, but we're gonna try. We're gonna do it. But we're gonna be safe. We're actually gonna take off Yang's armor just in case it's only his claws that are not affected, because we can't have him paralyze Yang. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this actually took a couple of attempts for recording because, like I said, this combination sucks. And on top of that, having no armor, well, you can honestly understand that I would just get murdered in here. But thankfully, you guys don't have to go through that. Sorry, guys, I'm not meaning to cough in your ears, but, well, I'm still kind of recovering from strep. Now, fun little thing for people to know, this is one of the remake kind of hints at, is one of the enemies in here is called a Cait Sith. Cait Sith alludes to the character in Final Fantasy VII, and I believe he's shown up in other games aside from that. I'm not talking about Kingdom Hearts or anything like that, but I think he has shown up in, obviously, the Final Fantasy Expanded Universe games. There is a reference to him in 8, and there also is one in 10, if I remember correctly, because one of Lulu's dolls is a Cait Sith. Or a Cat Sith. I say Cait Sith. If you want to get mad at me on the pronunciation, you can. See, this is why I don't like having no armor. Because it hurts. That's a cure job right there. This is another reason why I appreciate Tellah. Tellah's a good character and has a good arc in this story. But he's weak right now, and he doesn't get better. You can level him all you want, but it's kind of pointless to do so. His HP improves, but his MP never does. Thankfully, we have a save point in here, so let's go ahead and save. And I just know my younger self would be beating me senseless right now for saying these things about Tellah, but I can't avoid it at this point. So we're at B3 of the Lodestone Cavern. We're pretty close to the end, I think. That's another thing I do like, is compared to 3 and everything later, dungeons aren't that long, unless we're talking final dungeon or bonus material. So... Oh, and one thing to address now that I think about it. So some people have asked me, since this is the PSP version, am I going to address some of the special content in here? At the moment, the plan is no. Because I did want this to be Final Fantasy IV, and you can't get the Super Nintendo version, but I do also like this version a little bit. Maybe as a bonus episode at some point I will, but right now this is a story playthrough, and you don't necessarily need to do it to beat the game. But maybe as a bonus episode I'll go and do something. I will have to think about it. But good eye. I actually didn't know in my original playthrough of this, and there were 2 of them, that there was additional content. So I'm glad somebody noticed that and told me. That was pretty awesome. So now we have the Fairy Claws, which have a chance to charm the enemy. This is kind of where Yang's character goes, is he gets more status ailment claws, and those are helpful. So yes, this is the end of the Lodestone Cavern. We're really close to the Dark Elf. And I don't know what I'm probably going to go with the Kanyazo voice, because it kind of works for the Dark Elf, too. I hope you guys like the voices, because I do work hard on them. And I try to figure them out while I'm going through the game. Oh, look, a chest. Well, we can't avoid that now, can we? It might be something shiny. Ow! Ow. Ow. Permanently. Emergency exit. So that is something that we will like, because it allows for us to run. Sadly, though, Cecil's high enough that he has teleport, so not really all that meaningful. We're going to use another cottage just because we took a lot of damage. I don't want to heal it, because I'm a lazy bugger. And I don't think we're going to have time this time around to do games that I've been playing, or giving kind of an update on what I've been playing recently. If we can, we will. I haven't played a whole lot, and that's just because, holy crap, I've been playing catch-up with everything that I was not doing while having strep. So, I commend your effort, but your excursion ends here. You will never get the crystal. You cannot defeat me with those weapons. We shall see about that! You will have to contend with my magic! And here's the Dark Elf. We're gonna start contending with him, because, you know. This is actually another interesting concept. If people have noticed Sid's battle window, he has a unique one called Analyze. This is something that later gets put into the games called Scan, including this game. Can you withstand this? Okay, ow. Ow. Oh. Oh, ow. Ah. Ow. And tornado. Oh, this is insult to injury. So he took me down to like my last 10 HP. We stand no chance. I need my sword. Ugh. If I could only use my sword. Oh my gosh, the party can fail? Meanwhile, I have to do that now. Cecil, everyone, they're in danger. This is actually kind of a cool moment for Edward, given I don't really like him. Where are you going? You're in no condition to be walking. To get my harp. Ugh. You can barely sit up. Please lie down and get some rest. I don't care what happens to me. I'm the only one who can save everyone. Even as a kid, this was kind of a triumphant moment for Edward. Kind of redeemed him for me. So apparently there is magic in his songs. The Spoony Bard has some uses. The Whisperweed sounds the melody from Edward's harp. This melody! It's Edward! Ugh, what is this torturous sound? Oh, it's making me trippy. LSD trip. Whoa. He cannot control the magnetic field while I am playing. Now, draw your sword. Alright, so he took care of the magnetic cavern problem. Right. Now it's time to take on the Dark Elf. Thankfully, we are full health. We're just gonna auto-equip everything. Best stuff we can get. And here we go. You... Ah! Alright, so let's go ahead and start up our attack here. People will notice when he tries his little magic barrage, it doesn't hurt as much this time around. We're gonna do Firaga, just because, well, yeah, Thundaga. Fire up, so now he's gonna do his little barrage again. Yeah. That tickled. Again, tickled. Now, he still has Tornado, and that can still... The basis of that spell is to take you down to your last 10 HP. So he can still do that. But we're going to be really safe about it, and at least Cecil can do good single-target heals. See, there you go. Tornado. And that's still a game changer. Oh, man, I really wish they hadn't kept that concept. And this time around, I think I actually do go for Karaga. Or maybe I just go for Kiroth. Tella can handle himself. Plus, I have a buttload of ethers. And I do want Cecil attacking still. Alright, come on, buddy. This can't be your true form. Oh, and Hex! He can pig people. Oh, look, Tella, you're a little pig now. And the only way to do it is to use the black magic spell, Pig. I actually did like this concept, where you did have to use the spell that originates it. Say your prayers! Phase 2, boys and girls. So this is the true form of the Dark Elf. He's a Dark Dragon. I feel like a double dragon joke should be put in here somewhere. Maybe even an Ninja Gaiden one. But yeah, like I was saying, I do like the fact that you can be turned mini, you can be turned into a toad, you can be turned into a pig in this game. And the only way to change it is to use that spell again. Esuna does not do anything for it, I don't think. Dark Breath. Now this is probably going to do some damage. Ow. Well, we're going to have to play a little bit of catch-up now. Okay, we got Pig off, so now Tella... No, it missed again! Dang it, Tella! You are slowly becoming the Spoony Bard. That might be the episode title here, is Tella was the real Spoony Bard. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Giant Ration, I believe, is the one I'm looking for. I'm sick and tired of the spell, so I'm just going straight for the item. There we go, Tella's back. Now, I had him attack recklessly when he should have been healing, but Dark Breath, now I'm screwed. Oh, man. Okay, Cecil. Yay! Yay! Dark Dragon dead. This cannot be! With the crystal, my eternal life should have... Yeah! Thank you, Edward. So now we claim the Crystal of Earth. So now that we've done this, we actually don't have to walk our way all the way through the Lodestone Cavern again. We can just use Teleport. I like Teleport. Saves me time. So now we can go back to Troia. But before we do that, cottage time, because I really don't want Sid to die. And we are going to have to make the walk back. Because our friend, the Chocobo, is not going to take us back to Troia. It will take us back to its forest, and that's about it. So, sorry, guys. I don't have control on him. So let's make our way back to Troia. We have the Earth Crystal, so the Eptox will hopefully let us borrow the crystal to get Rosa back. Kind of a meaningless little errand, but I actually liked it because it shows the goodness in Cecil's heart, and also kind of the struggle that Kane is going through, because you can see he's got a little bit of a thing for Rosa. And for the record, I don't think they should have been paired. I think it should have been Cecil and Rosa, just because there's a good enough love story for that. And we're going to talk to Edward one more time, because this is actually a good moment for his character and Tella. You've returned. Thanks only to your help, Edward. There's no need to thank me. What I don't understand is how that worked. I'm all science and stuff. I first heard that melody back when I traveled as a bard. I recall it being a song to repel fey creatures, so I thought it might work. We owe you our lives. No, I only... Edward! I have long wondered what Anna saw in you, but now I can see it myself. Courage, rising from integrity. She was fortunate to have your love. Tella. Now be silent and heal your wounds. I promise you I shall avenge Anna for both of us. Thank you. Edward, I look forward to fighting alongside you again. No, we don't. No, we don't. Anna, at last I think I may understand why you did what you did. And there you go. Please take care. So this is kind of a nice, heartfelt moment between Tella and Edward, and I'm glad they put it in. But in the meantime, that's going to do it for this week, so...